Hi there. It's time for a gummy review. This time, I've chosen the Plants vs. Zombies gummies. I was a big fan of this iOS game, and I think in the first year of its release, I played it to completion. The second one I have not played, and I tried to revisit it a few times, but never got into it. But I did really enjoy playing through the game. For a time, I played lots of iOS games, and it did eat up quite a bit of my free time. Nowadays, I don't play any games on the iDevice. That's not to say I won't again in the future, but it's kind of, for me, fallen out of fashion. But I have a great fondness for PVZ and lots of other titles. So, I chose the box with the walnut trading card on the back. I almost picked the pea shooter, which I think I preferred a little bit, but this was the only walnut, and I did look at the back of every box, probably 20 boxes, just to get the most desirable and rarest trading card. But after I enjoy this box of gummies, this is going straight into the recycling, so it was kind of an exercise in, well, it's human nature. Well, an attractive presentation. This logo mentions that it's approved for fun by PopCap. So they are dealers in fun, and I trust their interpretation of the fun factor. Already I'm having a good time, aren't you? So the color's great. Purple is very nice, and well, this whole rainbow array is really attractive. And there's the pea shooter, featured prominently as the spokesperson. And we're going to be treated to 6 yummy flavors: grape, lemon, orange, apple, pineapple, and blue raspberry. So let's get started. I'm ready to dive in. This is the pouch. Ooh, and these gummies look great. They look like little shimmering gemstones. I must say, these colors are really attractive. They, to me, have the appearance of well, it's unusual. They have some specific colors that I don't often see in the gummy world. So already, yes, I am having fun. Especially this green and the blue raspberry color. It's a beautiful kind of like an aquamarine or like a turquoise almost, really giving the appearance of a stone. And the green is beautiful, light green, like a really attractive green. Let's dig in. Oh, this is a first in these candy reviews. I'm having trouble getting into the package. Okay. I was applying pressure to the wrong spot in my fever for gummies. Actually, I haven't had any gummies in several weeks. I guess I overdid it a bit on some of the gummy reviews, and my intake was through the roof, so. Okay, we're presented here with a strange flavor. It's got a thick, kind of a juicy smell. It is far removed from any other gummy smell I think I've ever experienced. Both in the density of it and kind of the Particulars. These look like common ingredients with that white grape juice from concentrate, base juice, and the fact that it's concentrated might have something to do with it instead of just a flat white grape juice. So I'm super hyped. I'm going to go as per the manufacturer's specifications down the list, beginning with, well, if I can, identify the grape. Alright, so the grape is the zombie head. And a note about the appearance, the molds, not very clear. There's some trouble with identifying this as a zombie. I guess some of them are better conceived, but there's a uniform dullness to the patterns, indistinguishableness. Okay, so let's give it a good taste. Already we're on the road to something unusual. The texture's good, quite firm. Yeah, very springy. Even though I've been doing some mastication, the zombie tends to want to bounce back against all my best efforts to chew him in twain. Alright, but after a little bit of chewing, I can say that the flavor is not really up to snuff. It's kind of a poor grape flavor. The most troubling part is that they don't even mention natural flavors, it's all artificial flavors. Increasing their profit margin, but taking away the fun factor. Hopefully the fun we're going to have is not just based on the packaging and the dyes that are used to dye the treats. Okay, but so far, everything considered, we've had more fun than not fun. So let's move into lemon. Appropriate that it's the yellow treat. Yeah, so, well, there's supposed to be a yellow, an orange, and a pineapple. So, I suppose I'm just going to eat this one and figure out what it is, the colors. Either I'm missing one of those colors or they're not really easy to distinguish. That's another thing I don't like. I like to have a clearly discernible different colors. Okay, this is the pineapple. Texture's good, flavor's not very good. It's not bad. It's functioning in the realm of appropriateness, discernibility. for a treat at this price point. It's a passable pineapple flavor, artificial pineapple flavor. So now we're going to have to see if we can find a lemon and an orange. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to have trouble with the orange, but the lemon. And lemon is kind of a make it or break it, so I do want to try to get a good lemon, and I'm thinking this may be a lemon. What's troubling too is that all the difficult to discern yellowish ones have the sunflower as the representative character, so I'm thinking this one's a lemon. Let's give it a go, and I'll just quickly swallow it if it happens to be a pineapple. I've noted too that when the treat enters my mouth, whatever waxy coating is on it really prevents me from getting a flavor sensation until my chops really bounce a few times on the treat itself and finally dig past the surface of that base wax or coating wax. Alright folks, I'm going to see if this is, see, there's a little trouble here. You can see that there's two, well, you may be able to see that there's a distinct difference in the color of both of these treats, but they're obviously popped from the same mold. It might be a settling of the dyes or a settling of the maybe the flavoring agent. I do want to find a yellow before we move on. Oh, there's yellow. I mean lemon. Okay, actually this is not too bad. Lemon's okay. So far the lemon's the winner. It's got a little bit of a sweetness, and I mean that little bit of tartness balances the sweetness well. Finishing on a little bit of a sour note though. Let's move on to orange. Alright, so this is very attractive. I can't really make out what it's supposed to be. Oh, this is a walnut. So I'll pull the walnut into the frame while I eat this walnut. And this is the orange treat. A good color. I do like the kind of mottled look of the dye being shifted and settling into parts of the treat in a strange way. So there's not a uniform look at all. I mean, I'm noticing very strange splotchiness in the color, which I like. When the treat is identifiable as one base color, that mottled appearance is nice. But when, like in the case of the lemon and the pineapple, I couldn't really tell which was which, though. Okay, walnut. How do I feel about you? Well, it's lacking that cheap freezer from concentrate orange juice flavor, being an artificial flavor, and it's also pretty good. There's something hiding in the background there that I don't like, maybe like a syrupiness that hasn't been cut through by the orange flavor. So it was a little bit light for my tastes to cut through the heavy sugars and corn syrup notes. But a good show, not too bad. Apple, we're going to get now to the apple. So first of all, let's get another look back at the grape color. In the light, it's just really nice pale purple. And I only mention that because now we're moving on to the green, which I was really struck by, and I think it's beautiful. It's just beautiful green. In the camera there it looks more emerald, but in my hand it's a nice pale green. Let's see here, the apple pea shooter. Kind of, oh, that's really bad. It's really off. It doesn't have an agreeable taste at all. Not really very much like an apple at all. Just kind of a messy combination of corn syrup and white grape juice. Very little, if any, artificial apple flavor, and the flavor that was there wasn't really that good. So, okay, blue raspberry is our last one. Once again, an absolutely beautiful color. Stunningly beautiful. This is so gorgeous. Yeah, maybe you can tell. It's one of my favorite colors of the rainbow. And this too is a zombie head. He has a funny little growth on the top of his head. Might be able to make it out. Beautiful color. Now let's see how we feel about blue raspberry. These treats aren't eager to display their flavors. You really have to work at it to kind of milk out the artificial flavor. Once again, quite light. Just the smallest dusting of any kind of artificial blue raspberry flavor. Altogether forgettable. Edging on bad. Alright, ending out this review, as I've done for a few of the other gummy reviews, I'm going to take kind of a random handful and see what the sensation is with just a little handful. And I don't know if I chose well. No, this is not going to work. This is 4 grapes and a blue raspberry. Okay. Actually, okay, I've got a good mix here. I've got looks like maybe everything but pineapple or lemon, so you can really see how beautiful they are, how understated the colors are. I love that. So the colors, maybe the funnest part of the experience has been noting these awesome colors. Having the whole mouthful of treats is really revealing the flaws. It started with, while that waxy sort of like masking agent wasn't really all that unpleasant with just one treat in my mouth. With 5 of them, it just sort of took over and gave it like this kind of an off flavor. And the combination of the flavors isn't good. When one will fade in, it's often unpleasant. And that uniform white grape concentrate flavor, basically all I'm getting, and it's not that pleasant. So I wanted to like them, but there's just too many things missing from the equation. So you're better off finding some other treat to enhance your game time.